Good evening and welcome to episode 13 of Que-stead-Que. What you gonna do? I don't know, but something's gonna grow. It's the Que-stead show. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Que-stead-Que. I'm out here cooking some pork steak on the little baby grill. I fired up that one, the Weber, on yesterday, and I cooked a veggie pack and I grilled a ribeye steak. Burnt, and some hamburgers. Burnt everything to a crisp. The wood ignited, and even though I had tinfoil over the grates, it didn't matter. Everything burnt to a black charcoal crisp, so I was looking silly. So today, I had some pork steak and I had some more squash, and I decided to try it again, but I used my little pit. So that's going pretty good. Everything's looking good. Let's take a look at it. It'll be coming off in a minute. I just sauced the pork steak. Yeah, because the smoke is starting to die out. There it is. Looking good. Alrighty. Looks like it's just about done, so about 9 o'clock in about 20 minutes I'll take it off. Somebody just pulled in my driveway. Oh, they're turning around. Okay. Didn't know who that was. Well, I'm preparing for the party, which is this Saturday. Pulled a few weeds, and then I weed whacked, and I am going to be buying more tarp to tarp that off. I don't think I told you guys DTE was scheduled to come on today, but actually they ended up coming last week. Let's see. They came on like last Tuesday, a week early. The guy just showed up out of the blue. So here's the verdict. I explained to him about the trees and how they had told me that it would take 5 years for them to grow back, and how they're right back after a year. And as it turns out, my neighborhood is on the schedule for tree trimming. And so he decided to recommend that they take the trees down. I also found out, because I asked him about the tree trimming that I got, and I told him that I was told that the trees would be cut down. And so he said, oh, he was like, no, they did it right. He said, whenever you're going to cut the full tree down, it's called a tree removal. But to cut the tree, I guess the correct term for, cutting the tree down is basically trimming the tree. So you're going to cut it down to the point where it's not going to grow anymore. So he said they did right. And then I asked him about the amount, because like I said before, my sister was saying that he should have taken $200 off. But that was based on the fact that we thought that the trees were supposed to come all the way down, which is the tree removal. He said, for the job that you had done, and he looked all the way around, he said, for the job that you had done, he said, if it were me charging as a tree trimmer or tree cutter, he said, I would have charged you about $2,200 for that job. So I paid, $1,200. So he said, oh, you got a good deal. He said, especially for as much as he did. He said, because he took away the danger that you were experiencing. He said, so he did a good job. So I told my sister about that, and she didn't have one opinion one way or the other. Wait a minute, my little tarp is messed up. I haven't shown y'all that. So my sister's gonna come by Friday, and we're gonna stretch that out and get that situated. I already have the stakes in the ground, although one's falling over. But we'll get that blocked off and looking good, hopefully. Oh, my keyhole garden is really performing. Look at the peppers, y'all. These are Cuban nails coming. So it's doing good. My blueberry, I ended up propagating one of them, because I went on and pruned it because it didn't produce this year. So I pruned it. So I have 2 propagations in with the blueberry that my sister purchased for me. There's a weed. And then the black raspberry is doing really well. I moved my patty pan squash over here, but I don't think I'm gonna get any. I really don't, so I'm not gonna sweat it. Next year I will. And look at my sunflower, y'all. It done formed a head. I still need to get my cherry tree planted, and I think I'm gonna do that before the party. All I have to do is transfer it into that container that's next to it. I need to clean it out, amend the soil, get it planted. I've just been kind of lazy. Plus I've been working. The yard will be cut on Wednesday, 2 days or 3 days before the party. I did some weed whacking today. I didn't go over there, but I am gonna go back in that flower bed and pull some of those weeds. I'm still afraid, although the DTE insurance guy, electrical guy, he went over and checked the hornet's nest. He said that he didn't see any. He kicked it around. He said that they're gone. I know that the guy told me that he got the queen, so he thinks that the hornet's nest is gone, but I'm still nervous about it because I know if there's any down there, they'll come flying up. So this part didn't get weed whacked. I haven't done anything over here, and it's looking mighty bad right now. I decided, I heard and saw on YouTube about the root stout method of planting potatoes and permaculture. I'm getting ready to do it. So this bed right here, where I have that potato plant and that flower, all I'm gonna do is rake it up, you know, even it out at the end of the season. And I'm going to, all I have to do is throw the potatoes on top of the dirt and then put 8 inches of hay in there. I already have some hay in there, but I'll be going to my farmer's market and getting some more hay, and I'm gonna plant my potatoes and garlic the root stout method. Look it up. There's many videos on that. My roses are doing good, the propagated roses. I did plant a few of my seed potatoes because I found out that I could plant them out in July and get a September or October harvest, and they have since come up. Because y'all know the potatoes that I did earlier this year, some of them came out good, but I didn't get that many. I got a total of 22 potatoes, and I'm like, I need more than that. So hopefully these will come up. I'll just peek in the garden, in the greenhouse door. I planted some. I got tomatoes coming and more flowers. I cut the suckers off, and the flowers came immediately. My loofah is doing really well. I don't know if you can see it back there. It's taking over the whole greenhouse, which is fine. I expected that. And I have loofah on the vines. I have at least 5 or 6. I planted some Crowder peas 5 days ago, and they have all come up because I wanted some Crowder peas, and they germinated and they're doing good. I planted 24 of them, so I should get a harvest right around the end of August. Hopefully I can get 2 harvests in the greenhouse. Okay, and oh, my squash. I've plucked some off the vine, and I've got more coming. I've got yellow zucchini. I didn't even know I planted yellow zucchini seeds. So there's one, and I've got another one back in this one. I've been eating squash flowers and squash leaves left and right, and the more I cut them, the more they grow. So I see I have to get some more off tomorrow, and I will wait until tomorrow to do that. I have another 3 more yellow squash, actually 4 in there that have, I've got one that didn't get pollinated, but these up front did. And I believe I have one back here. My cucumbers, I got 2 of them that were misshapen, and so I went on YouTube to see what the deal was. Come to find out, the soil needed nitrogen. It said either nitrogen or they weren't getting pollinated. I knew they were getting pollinated because I've been self-pollinating. I've got my Q-tip right there. So when they came out shaped funny, I said it must be the nitrogen. So I threw some blood meal in there, and within 3 days, look at there. And this cucumber is perfect. And I have another one somewhere up top. Oh, there he is. I hope he's pollinated, but I pollinated the rest of them on today, so I'm loaded with female cucumbers. I've got an eggplant coming right there and one in the back, and I believe I have a couple of more coming on, so that's taking off. My okra is finally starting to take off. You know, okra usually around here don't start up until around August. I'm finally getting lima beans. Now my sister, I gave her a lima bean plant and hers looked like the Charlie Brown Christmas tree, but it's full of lima beans. I was like, but mine looks good and it's doing good, but I don't have any lima beans. Well, today, look at there. It is flowering and I see the beans coming, so I'm happy. My cushaw is doing good. The patty pan didn't, but the cushaw is doing pretty good. Green beans galore, y'all. I've picked green beans 3 times already. I've got the yellow wax and the green beans mixed, so I'm gonna be picking again after. I'm gonna wait until Sunday after the party, if I can, because I don't want those green beans to get too big. I've been picking raspberries. I think I got them all picked. Oh, my rain barrel, I found the spot where I can get the water. The first time we had like 2 days worth of hard super rain. I come outside and come to find out the little spout at the bottom was open and the water just ran out. But I got it closed and now I can't even move this thing. It is, I mean, it has some water in it. Yep. And okay, let's come over here real quick and then I'm gonna get off because we're at 11 minutes. So this is the blueberry plant that I cut and trimmed, and then I propagated the stems that I took off of it because it did not produce this year because I messed around and didn't prune it last year. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna prune it now, be done with it, let it grow some, prune it again at the end of the season. I've been getting raspberries galore. So they're all gone now because I've picked them all because I didn't want the birds to get them. I have one there getting ready to come, and as you can see. And then my sister, I didn't get a blackberry this year, and I think I cut the wrong cane. I was supposed to cut the cane that I got the blackberries on last year, and I messed up. I cut the wrong one because the blackberries was gone, and I figured that the other cane was the one, so I messed up. My sister, on the other hand, those 2 that I propagated for her, she's getting blackberries, and her plant looks just as good as mine, if not better. I took a picture of it. These are the outside ground cherries. Now my greenhouse ground cherries are doing well, but I have some here too. There's some right there. And then this is the old strawberry plant, but I planted my white pine berries up front, and I planted my Ozarks in a big container that I found. And so, and they've already produced more plants. I have 3 plants already. The white pine, remember, I paid $16 for that one plant, but I've got 3. My lettuce came up. There it is. So I'm waiting on the true leaves to form. And my broccoli came up. Everything I planted for the fall garden came up. And I actually planted this broccoli a little early, so I'm hoping it comes along slowly. So, and my Korean melon didn't do anything. It hasn't flowered. It's grown, but it hasn't done much. So I don't know what amendment it needs. I might throw a little bone and blood meal in there and see what happens. I might put it in the greenhouse because this is a hot weather crop. It's in the cucumber family, but it's a fruit. But I'm thinking that it didn't do well because I've had it outside and it's rained and all that stuff mostly all summer. So I think I'm gonna move it into the greenhouse and see what happens. But everything else is doing excellent. This is one of the best gardens I've ever had. And I've made mistakes, and I've been able to correct every mistake that I have made. So if I get the crop, that's a success. Alrighty, so I'm gonna get ready to get off of here because we are at 14 minutes. And y'all know how long it takes for a video to load. So all I have to do now, I've got to clean the rest of the furniture. I already cleaned the picnic table. I washed down my all my cheer cushions. They're in the house. I'm gonna clean, you know, the deck and stuff. That'll be on Friday. Get the driveway clean. What else? Oh, the house, of course. But that's pretty much all set. I just need to clean my bathroom, get my floors mopped, and get some floor shine on the floors. And basically that's it for the inside of the house. I'll try to, and then my yard's gonna get cut. It'll start coming together once the yard is cut. It hasn't been cut in 3 weeks, and I did that on purpose. because I wanted the grass to get as high as it could before the party and then get cut the week of, and then it would look nice. So that's about it. So yep. And then I'll get my new rugs down. My sister got me, and I saw it today, she got me a new, not a new, but she found a nice patio set outside. Someone had threw it out. It's like new. So we got that loaded in her car. So she's going to be bringing that Friday. So the picnic table is going to be moved back out into the grass area, and we're going to put the new patio set there on the patio. So that'll be it for that. So we'll have plenty of seating and stuff, and then people are bringing their own chairs too. Looks like it's going to be a nice crowd, my cousins and stuff. And of course, I'm going to come on and film a little bit on Saturday, so you'll see how the birthday party cousins get together turns out. Anyway, I'm gonna get off of here and get ready to go in because it's starting to get dark here. Our days are getting shorter now, so I hate that. This summer has been fast and rainy, but it's been a nice summer. We've had some hot weather, and as well, today got pretty hot. It was about maybe 88, somewhere around there. So, but it's nice and cool now. I got the air running because my house was blazing. I hadn't run the air since last week. So I turned it on today just to cool it off in there. So anyway, I'm gonna get on off of here because I'm at 16 minutes. I'm over my limit of 10 minutes by 6. So I'm gonna get off of here, and I will talk to you guys later. Just wanted to check in, and may God bless you all. Bye-bye.